I've been making internet money as a creator for 4 years now by utilizing 2 platforms that you guys use every single day as creators, and 1 or 2 additional things that take like 2 minutes to set up. And it's my mission to help creators make internet money and get paid by simply just being themselves. And if you watch this entire video, I'm going to show you the 7-step framework, which I'm calling the Create Back Your Time framework, on how creators can actually make a living online without any sales calls, without running a traditional business, and without working with shitty ass clients, and just get paid to do what they love the most, which is creating. And quickly, why you should even listen to me. My name is Jordan Aloriaga, and in 2020, I started to make internet money by creating a marketing agency and quickly scaled that to 7 figures. Got that acquired by an Inc. 5000 company, which they appointed me CMO, and we took them to $400,000 a month, but quickly realized that I just don't love the business, and I would rather get back my time by being a creator. So I left all of that behind and just focused on being creative. And in less than a year, I built my consulting company to 6 figures, but the caveat is I'm only working 4 hours a day, and majority of my time I'm just creating, which is what I love to do anyway. So let me take you to my computer where I go over this 7-step framework. And what I would recommend is, as you're watching this, follow along and take action, so at the end of this video you'll have the framework and means to start earning an income online by the end of this video. All right, let's go to my computer. All right, so like the intro stated, if you watch this entire video and follow along as the video is progressing, you will have the foundation to start earning an income online as a creator. And as you move forward in your journey, if you're at a 9 to 5, hopefully that replaces that. Or if you are currently an entrepreneur or you own a business, this will just scale things way faster than what you can imagine by just doing these elements. How you can make a living as a creator, here's the 7-step framework, which I'm calling the Create Back Your Time. And the first step is define what you love. And I want to introduce a concept called the Ikigai. It's a Japanese proverb, a concept that means a reason for being. The word refers to having a direction or purpose in life, which makes one's life worthwhile. Essentially living and breathing and getting paid to be in your zone of genius. I just pulled this online. You guys can search this term and pull this exact document, but it's separated into 4 circles: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you could be paid for. I would encourage you guys to not skip this step, but to really fill this out in terms of what exactly makes you. What are your passions? Which you can define here. You know, when you're listing out what you love and what you're good at, that's your passion. What you love, what the world needs, that's the mission. What you're good at, what you can be paid for is the profession, and then so on and so forth for vocation. You want to define this to be in your zone of genius. So that way you can get paid to do what you love. You can essentially create content based on what you love and get paid for it, right? So with mine, I could tell you mine is getting paid to be a creator, getting back your time, living a fulfilled life, entrepreneurship, audience growth, and community building. You can think about it this way. As creators, this will be your North Star in terms of content creation. As you're building a community, or if you're building a channel, your content is all cohesive so you can grow faster. The worst thing that you can do is just create content for content's sake. Doesn't even make sense. What is the positioning? What is your mission? What are you there to do? Who are you there to serve? This will be your North Star in terms of content creation. Once you've defined what you love, now it's time to create an aligned offer. And because you've defined your zone of genius, you can create an offer that is aligned with your passions, what you love to fulfill on. The main thing is you're getting paid to be you, which is super powerful. Whatever that looks like, you would define your offer based on your zone of genius. And it could be a coaching program. It could be a digital product. It could be a community where they have to pay in order to be a part of. There's endless possibilities. But what I would encourage you to do is to create something that's low capital. And typically, if we're dealing with creators where we're selling some online products, digital products, mostly, not to say that this won't work for e-commerce, for the vast majority of you, it's, you know, making internet money. You know what I mean? Creating digital products so you can live the life that you want, while also focusing on your passions, which is just creating. So once you've created an aligned offer, and it's based on kind of these examples, it's teaching or giving value or giving a product that centers around, your ikigai or your zone of genius. Once you've defined that aligned offer, here's how you essentially get sales. This is how you focus in on just creating content to fuel your income. This is what I do, and it's based on a concept called the social funnel, where we are using content and continuous content based on what we're passionate about to sell people online without sales calls, if you so choose to, without the need of, again, running a traditional business where it's the stresses of operations and all that stuff. This is how creators can make a living online by doing the thing that they were put on this earth to do, which is create. So for me, how I implement the social funnel is I create top of funnel content, and you can think about that as just teasers based on, your zone of genius and what you actually want to talk about. It's top of funnel content that attracts your ideal clients, your dream clients, the people that you actually want to work with. So what I do is I create and script out top of funnel content on IG and on Shorts, and I do this at scale, which you can do quickly. You know what I mean? On my recent video, actually right here, I created this one today, was just on my iPhone. And it's top of funnel content that gives value with a call to action that says, hey, if you want to know more, just follow and scroll through my past content. So what we're viewing now in the social funnel concept is we're viewing each follower, comment, likes as leads in this social funnel concept. And what we're doing, we're directing them on Instagram and Shorts. And if you see here, if I scroll in, right, you can see my bio where I say, this is who I help. I'm a coach. I direct them to YouTube to nurture them via long form content or middle of funnel content, right? So if I scroll back here, this is how I'm nurturing them, is I'm creating top of funnel content from IG and Shorts, and I'm directing them to long form pieces of content. And if I scroll in here, you can see here, no fluff, just how to get paid to pee yourself, calling out what I do. And I'm creating middle of funnel content based on, again, my ikigai. You can see it here. I'm creating middle of funnel content that further nurtures on the interest of my zone of genius. And if I'm doing my job correctly and creating content based on what I want to talk about, I'm attracting my dream clients and I'm funneling them to YouTube for longer form pieces of content. And if you kind of dissect my videos, I'm creating middle of funnel pieces of content that attract my dream client's attention. So how to build a better business online than anybody else, how I quit my 7-figure done-for-you agency and transition to consulting, how to do more one-call closes, how to elevate your content. These are all things that my dream clients resonate with. I'm all about creating an online living and utilizing the things that you're already doing to sell high ticket, right? Or replace your 9-to-5 with online income. And if you look at it here, I have 169 followers on my YouTube at the time of this recording, and yet I've built I built 7-figure businesses in the past via like a done-for-you agency, left that and created the business of my dreams, like just coaching and creating content. And I'm doing 6 figures easily, working 4 hours a day with a relatively small audience. So anyone watching that has a bigger audience, if you implement this, you can immediately start making money. And it goes to what I'm about to say next on how I'm essentially selling without a sales call is I'm creating these pieces of content and I'm directing it to one piece of content that I'm, the industry term is virtual sales letter, right? Or a main piece of video that sells them on my services without me actually having to be on sales calls. We're selling them through my content. We're overcoming objections through content. We're selling them on my services even before I say the price, because if you reach here, you've seen my top of funnel content here, you know what I mean? My short form content, you've consumed my long form content, and now you're here. And when you get here, you know who I am, you know the values I bring, you probably know my backstory. I got my agency acquired, built a 7-figure agency, 4 7-figure clinics, and I left all that to have more time with my family and just be a creator. And here's how you can too. So imagine that, when you're thinking about your own offers and whatnot, if they get here, you've sold them, right? The next step after nurture, I don't remember if I'm actually saying these steps. So step 1, define what you love. Step 2, create an aligned offer. Step 3, attract. Step 4, nurture. Step 5 is connect. As you're continuing to create content and basing it off of the things that you love, and you're attracting people who are like-minded, who also love these things, naturally, you'll start to get people to engage. So this is where we connect. We want to respond to all comments. We want to respond to all DMs. If someone's asking for something, let me write here. I don't have an image of a DM, but respond to DMs, respond to comments, respond, and then also outbound, right? If you're noticing a certain type of individual, so for this instance, this guy's name is Nathan. He actually follows my stuff, and he actually comments on a lot of stuff, and I know his first name. If you're noticing like your tribe, essentially your fan base, so to speak, lack of a better term, the people that really resonate with your content, feel free to message them or comment on their own posts outbound, just so you can build that connection. And what you'll find is these individuals that you build connections with, especially those who have consumed your content, you're starting to build relationships from, those are your actual clients that, because they've gone through this entire process, when you say, hey, my program costs $5,000 or $10,000 paid in full, they're not even going to bat an eye, because they understand the values you bring. And people only buy when the values we present to them is greater than the cash, I spelled that wrong, the cash that they give us. The more we can bridge this gap and increase the value. And we do that by our next step, which is creating. We're continuously creating to fuel the social funnel. We are nurturing through long form pieces of content. We are connecting by engaging with our followers through DMs, through responding to comments, inbound and outbound. This is how we're fueling our social funnel. You can see that I'm practicing what I'm preaching. You know what I mean? I'm continuously creating content, which is what I love to do anyway, right, as a creator. And I'm just doing what I love and essentially fueling the social funnel and getting paid just to create, which is super powerful, right? And then the last is close. After they've consumed the content, they've seen your virtual sales letter, you can even put into the description, hey, pay me now, right? Whatever you're selling, coaching program, community, ebook, right? You can literally put that into the description of this VSL. Or part of closing is closing in the DMs, right? Which I've given you an example here. This individual saw my content and basically was like, send me the Stripe link. Let's start on Friday. You know what I mean? Another way of doing it is you can create a community, and I use School, which I'll leave a link below for a free trial. And for warning you, it's an affiliate link. So it'll benefit the both of us. So if you've found value in this video, feel free to check out the affiliate links, and also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you're notified when I create these new pieces of content. But you could essentially direct them to a community where they have to pay a monthly fee. And if you could see here, have 73 members paying $67 a month, right? Which is not bad. And all I'm doing is creating content. Or the additional thing that you can do is you can book sales calls, right? If you so do choose. And what you'll find after they've gone through this entire process, right? The whole gamut, you'll notice that you'll get more one call closes because they've gone through the social funnel and everything like that. So I know we went over a lot here, but if you follow this exact framework and continuously, if you haven't been following along, rewatch this video and literally do this exact process. This is how I've built multiple 7-figure businesses. This is how I created a 6-figure business, a new one, less than a year, working only 4 hours and just focusing on creating content as a creator to get paid. And this is how I'm feeding my family. This is how I'm getting back my time. And this is how I'm living a more fulfilled life, which you guys know is part of my ikigai, my zone of genius, right? This is how I'm living a fulfilled life, is by getting paid to be a creator, which is allowing me to get back my time, focusing on audience and community growth, and I classify myself as a creator who is an entrepreneur. Hopefully this entire video helped. If you have gotten any value, I'm not even asking for anything, please consider liking and subscribing. And hey, I'll throw it out there. If you want to work one-on-one with me, feel free to click the links below and we'll book a time and chat. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.